Alright, I'm being taken by aliens. Bye! Hey person, welcome back to this channel. Today we're playing a game called The Uncle Who Works for Nintendo. Pretty sure we all had that kind of classmate. In my case, I was that classmate. Always making up cool stories for feeble minds who are willing to believe me. This game makes extensive use of sound. Play with headphones for the best experience. Occasionally it may take control of your browser. I don't like that. It is not optimized for mobile. For content trigger warnings, click here. Click. This is a horror game. It does not make use of screamers or jump scares. Good! My kind of horror game. Sorry. Sound effects are used for tension and atmosphere. Some playthroughs may encounter plot points concerning a possible suicide. Thematically, many aspects of this game may recall the emotional abuse experienced by children at the hands of adults, and very often other children. Okay, I was that kind of person, the liar one, but I did not abuse anyone. Let's go. And it's not working. Okay, here we go. You are 11 years old. What is your best friend's name? Let's go with Michael, because it sounds like he's gonna be gay in elementary or high school. Your best friend Michael has invited you to a sleepover at his house this weekend. You've been friends since first grade, so asking your mom is basically only a formality. Asking your mom. You've never confirmed this, but you suspect the babysitter may charge extra when there are two kids. You sometimes feel like staying somewhere else is the only way you can help out. Oh. Okay. Oh, there's stuff at the back. On Friday night, you're home for only a few hours, long enough to pack, get in a fight with your younger sister, pack some more, and watch some TV. At 6 sharp, you're standing on the sidewalk outside Michael's house while your mom idles in her car nearby. She leans out the window to you. You behave yourself, okay? She says, as always. I'll be at work, but if anything happens, you call me. Yes, Mom. I'm a nice kid. I'll pick you up tomorrow at 3, she says, again as usual. But then she pauses, looking up at the sky, which has been overcast throughout the day. If you play outside, she adds, be careful. It's probably gonna rain. Kiss Mom goodbye. I'm a sweet kid in this story. After your part, your mom drives down the street, disappearing around the corner. You turn back to Michael's house. The lights inside are glowing warmly. You can see Michael waving at you from his bedroom on the 2nd floor. Head inside. Okay, I hear the sounds now. It is 6 p.m. and it's raining. Michael's mom meets you just inside. Hello, she says. Dinner will be ready in just a few minutes, but you can drop stuff off in the den. You and Michael are camping out there tonight. Camping? I did not sign up for camping. Okay. You drop your sleeping and overnight bags in the corner of the den, and then, pause to take a look around. Behind the couch, a grandfather clock is ticking softly. Through a set of patio doors on the far side of the room, you can see the sky is just as gray as it was when your mom left. Framed pictures line the walls, and over the dark fireplace hangs a monstrous pair of antlers from a buck that Michael's dad shot years ago. Why the buck? Why not just Michael? Yeah. And of course, there is the big screen TV. Sometimes it makes you uncomfortable how much nicer Michael's house is than yours. Oh, I'm not that nice. I'm kind of jealous. Anyway, you drop your sleeping and overnight bags in the corner. Oh, read properly. Of the den, and then pause to take a look around. Behind the couch, a grandfather clock is ticking softly. Whoa, did I just did that? I think I did that already. Yeah, I did that already. Michael entered the room while you weren't paying attention, and now he stands in the doorway smiling expectantly. Are you ready for dinner? He asks. Sure, yeah, I'm enthusiastic. Also, in this game only. Dinner passes quickly. Tonight's meal is spaghetti and meatballs, one of Michael's favorite meals. Of course, you get your favorite meal, of course. As his mother points out while piling a helping on your plate. Someone's at my door. I'll be back. And now I'm back. Where were we? Okay, Michael's father cracks a beer and jovially interrogates you about how much trouble you and Michael are getting into at school. Apparently I'm a troublemaker. Not so nice. Dessert is heaping bowls of ice cream drizzled in chocolate sauce. You can't even finish yours. The grandfather clock in the den chimes. You go along now. Thanks, I was... says Michael's mom. You go along now, says Michael's mom, smiling from her side of the table. We'll clean up in here. Let's go get the TV ready, says Michael. The two of you leave the dining room and head upstairs. Going upstairs now. Michael's room is immense. You stay in the den because the TV is larger there, but there's a sizable one there, flush with the wall opposite the full-size bed. We'll take the 64 down first, says Michael, heading toward his TV and opening the entertainment center cabinet. Michael is rich. It's his prerogative, of course. He gets to choose what to play first, actually. Usually. Something's wrong with my eyes today. But as Michael begins unhooking the cords of the N64 from the TV... N64? What year is this? You catch sight of the other things he has in there. Other things. All the major stuff. Oh. An old SNES? How do you read it? A PlayStation, a Dreamcast, but some other things too. Things you don't really recognize. A large black box with green highlights, a smaller purple one, a strange white and yellow sour with what look like gloves resting on hooks on either side. What are those? What are those? Michael looks to the clutter in the cabinet. Oh yeah, they're pretty cool. I can't show them to you though. They're still secret. I promised my uncle. Of course, you suddenly remember. He's uncle. Whoa, sounds again. The uncle who works for Nintendo. In the corner of the grandfather clock is ticking softly. I hear sounds. Through a nearby set of patio doors, you can see it's getting quite dark. Framed pictures line the walls. Michael is parked in front of the large TV, playing something on the Nintendo 64. Talk to Michael. What would we talk about? Let's talk about school. We discussed class a few days ago, when the teacher publicly chastised the classmate you mutually dislike. An hour passes. The clock chimes. Stop doing that, clock. Stop. You are in the den. I'm scared. Let's just keep on talking to Michael. Now let's talk about games. Have a rather one-sided conversation about whether RPGs on the PlayStation are better than old SNES ones. An hour passes. The clock's gonna do it again. I knew it. What time is it now? Is it like 9? Michael's mother bustles into the room holding a large ceramic bowl filled with popcorn under her arm. How are you kids doing? She asks. Good, says Michael, his eyes not moving from the television. I hope you're having fun, says Michael's mom. Here's some popcorn, extra butter. Cool. Almost immediately, Michael is shoveling popcorn into his mouth. Meanwhile, his mother smiles first at him and then back at you. There's sodas in the kitchen if you get thirsty, she says, and some pizza from the other night if you get hungry. Thank you, because I'm nice. She looks at Michael. Your father's gone to bed. I'll be there soon myself. I want you two to keep it quiet, alright? Yes, Mom. Oh, and before I forget, your uncle called. He suddenly has some business here in town tomorrow, but he's driving in early. He'll be here around midnight. Your uncle sounds creepy. By the way, here's the dog that I hold on to, and I feel creeped out. For the first time, Michael stops playing his game, stops eating popcorn, and turns to look at his mother. Okay, he says. I want you two to welcome him in. He'll be very tired and very hungry. So, offer him something to eat before he goes to bed. Okay, Mom, that sounds like Mickey Mouse. Weird game. Good night, kids. And with that, she's gone. In the corner, the grandfather clock is ticking softly. Okay, so it's still the same stuff. I'm gonna go eat popcorn. It's buttery and delicious. Let's ask about Uncle. So why is your uncle coming? Business. But I thought he worked for Nintendo. He does, says Michael, frowning but not looking away from the TV screen. He's really important there. Does Nintendo have a lot of business here? Why else would my uncle be coming? Michael says. Michael, you are being sassy right now. Well, it's cool I finally get to meet him. Yeah, agrees Michael. I think you'll like him. What sort of work does your uncle do? Michael pauses the game and turns toward you, visibly agitated. How should I know? I don't work for them. Right now he's not quite yelling, but you think if you keep pressing the subject, he might. I'm not sure I believe you about your uncle. What? Michael got mad. Well, we're about to have our first fight. I don't believe your uncle works for Nintendo. You think you've finally done it. Michael stands up, fists clenched at his sides, mouth twisting horribly as he struggles to say something. You watch as he takes a step toward you and a dog. I think Michael's about to punch me. You clench your teeth and wait. Oh. Michael darts forward and pushes you back onto the hardwood floor, cracking your skull against the carpet. You take... Oh, what happens? I'm gonna punch you too. You shove yourself up off the floor. For a moment, you're shocked at what you've done. I hate you? Someone shouting, then you fall flat on the floor. What does that mean? Doesn't mean anything. For a moment, you don't think you can get up. Did he hit me? He hates me. Why did he hate me? I'm calling my mom. You hate me. I'm calling Mom. After 3 rings. I want to go home. Okay, she says after a moment. I'll call the sitter and tell her to come pick you up. It'll probably be an hour. Is that okay? Can't you make her get here faster? That's not gonna happen, honey, she says. Just sit tight. Thank you. Of course, she says, with a hint of a sigh. I'll call her now, okay? She'll be there in an hour. Be safe. She hangs up. Return to the den and pack her things. Oh. The clock. That's that again. Okay. Michael doesn't even look away from the TV as you come in. Announce that you're leaving. What? Michael stands up, not even bothering to pause the game. No, you can't leave. It's almost time. Almost time for what? You can't go. There's so much stuff I had planned for tonight. I was gonna let you play the next Zelda game, the one that's not even out yet. Before he can say anything, he's already running upstairs. Michael continually runs up and down the stairs, bringing you games and consoles while you pack up your things. Every time he presents something new, you ignore him or brush it off with an uncaring shrug. I'm being cold right now. Maybe I shouldn't be. Please, Michael says, just stay the night, please. Outside you hear a car horn honk. Oh god. Game. No, you say, and with your night bag slung over one shoulder, you march to the front door and exit into the night. Why did I go out? Oh. As you walk to the sitter's car, you see your little sister in the back seat, still in her pajamas. The sitter, a high school girl who lives down the street from you, looks incredibly unhappy to be there, but you think you'll be able to handle her. As you climb into the car, you cast one last look over your shoulder back to the house. Michael is standing in the doorway. "Oh, Michael, I'm sorry, but you pushed me," and I cracked my skull. The car begins to pull away from the house. Okay, let's just wave. Without acknowledging you, Michael's parents lay their hands on his shoulders. They turn Michael back into the house, the door closing just as everything slides out of view. When you turn around in your seat to look out the back window, you can't even see the house lights. Michael doesn't show up at school on Monday, or Tuesday, or Wednesday. On Thursday, you ask your teacher, Mr. Scott, where Michael is. He blinks at you confusedly. "Oh," he says eventually. "Michael, well, I'm surprised he didn't tell you about this, but he and his family moved away." "But, Michael, I thought we were friends." "Michael." The house is empty when you ride your bike by that afternoon. It somehow seems even larger without anything or anyone in it. A for sale sign stands in the yard out front. Go home. You never see Michael again, and eventually, as the years pass, you forget about him entirely. I know a Michael like that, and I'm starting to forget about him almost entirely. The uncle who works for Nintendo. It's done? It's done! What ending did I get? This one? Well, if there's one thing we'll learn from this, it's that I'm a horrible friend. I don't know. Okay, bye! If you want to see the other endings, don't forget to leave a like. I don't know.